Okay, we're back. I don't know what happened, but somehow, I don't know if it was Facebook, it just stopped my live. So. All right, let me see. That was strange. It was just suddenly, it told me my live was ending, so I don't know. I don't know what happened. That was weird, so take two. All right, let's get this finished up. Sorry about that. It was strange. It just all of a sudden said that my live was paused and ending, and it would be available soon. I don't know what happened. All right, so we were actually setting this second bow. I still would like this to be turned a little bit more. So we're actually just putting the second bow in, getting it set here. Is everybody still here? Say hello. I don't know what happened. It just decided to end my live. Let me know if you're here. If you're still here, say hello. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Okay, so we've got bow number 2 set, okay? Again, just check, make sure it is kind of centered. So if you can, and you have the opportunity to hang it up and then let your eye look at it, because I do this all the time when I'm going the wrong way. Because it definitely looks different from hanging up to looking down. Got loud birds here too. Hello. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. It was strange. I've never had that happen before, but hey, anything's possible with Facebook. Now's the time when you go back through and you start trimming down some of your ribbons that you know that this is when you set it on and your bow's ready. That's when you know where some of your ribbons will need trim to, okay? So we've got bow on top, bow on bottom. But look how nice this black is filling in. You could see some of the tines here, or like the branches, and it's perfect for Halloween. But again, don't discredit this for summertime either, because that black swag, again, you can purchase it right on Deco Mesh or Deco Exchange, and I have the link. Them swags are perfect for summertime too, like ladybugs, the yellow and black bumblebees. They're perfect for them. All right, so now I kind of want to get a few things put in here. I have a few different items. Let me see here. I'm actually going to do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do 8 ribbon tails to this. Let's do some ribbon tails. Let's get the sides You can see right here, like right here. Let's get the sides bulked out a little, okay? So let's get some ribbon tails in there. So I'm gonna use this, I'm gonna use a wide and a 2.5 inch and a 1.5 inch. And we will do 8 of them. All right, I'm gonna use this as my measuring tool again, and I am gonna do them 14 inches. So I'm gonna do 4 of this color. It's funny because when you kind of go, meaning before you had all these nifty utensils, back to the days of cutting by hand, when I used to be able to have like our ribbon tail boards where you could just go in and do them all at one time, wrap them around and cut them. This is how we start out. Are we back? I have no idea why we keep dropping service here. Nobody's working on anything. They are working up front. I hear them doing something. Maybe they're digging up lines. I am so sorry, guys. Just bear with me. I'm outside, but I got good connection. I hear them pounding up there. We had a water main break, not yesterday, the day before. So I don't know. Maybe they're up there and they're hitting some lines or something. Because I actually, down here, we actually have an internet provider. So, you know, just like a home, we pay for Comcast down here, Xfinity. And just like back home, so I have service like I would if I had it in my house. So I'm not sure why it keeps dropping. So that's kind of weird. Currently offline. Bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. Bear with me, guys. I literally have no idea what's going on. I have really good service here, so I don't understand. So I took it off of the our internet service provider, and I'm doing it straight on cell phone data, so hopefully this won't interrupt. But again, I'm just cutting. I'm going to do 8 ribbon tails. We're going to bulk this even up more. Why not? So I'm going to do 4 of one color and 4 of another set. Some of these people that fly through this park don't realize there's kids out. We have so many children in this park here. And some of these people come flying through with their cars. We had someone almost hit us on the golf cart yesterday, on our golf cart. Flying around the corner. Like, I don't understand. All right. So I did 4 of these already. Okay, so I did it 4 2.5 inch, 4 1.5 inch. I'm going to make that as a set. I did 4 of these of the black glitter, and now I'm just going to do 4 of these, and these are 14 inch long, and 14 inches really looks nice on, like, when you're using deco mesh, just because it needs to have that length to it. Some people like to do 12 inches. I think it's kind of gets a little short and gets lost in your wreath or in the swag. So even the maintenance here, he's flying. And this campground is full of children. We have like 4 sets of parents here that, I don't know if they're family or friends, but they even have a homeschool group here. And that's what they are, so. All right. So now that I got these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make this a little bit easier on myself. I'm gonna just line these up at the top, and I'm gonna cut all the tails together, so that when I put them in, I don't have to mess with these. See how I'm doing these? And I was telling you before we got rudely interrupted. Let's see. I want to refresh this and make sure you guys are still here. Let me make sure this is still working, because on my computer it does not look like it is. Okay. We have these mole crickets here. These mole crickets, not only are they creepy looking, they are so loud. They chirp so loud at night. I love it, but they're loud. They're not like the crickets back in Pennsylvania, that's for sure. I think these have amplifiers. Alright, so I'm going to do ribbon tails in these colors combo, and then ribbon tails in this color combo. Get that out of the way. And again, we're just going to dovetail them together. So we had a water main break here like 2 days ago. It was a big break. It took them what they thought was going to be like 2 hours. It took them almost all day. So we was without water for most of the day, which that's fine. They had given us a heads up prior to turning off the water to fix the break. So when they do that, that just gives you a chance to maybe fill up your sink. I have water filters, like pitchers, and I filled those up. But okay, and then I did this color combo. All right, so let's go and stick these in, and we're going to alternate these. So let's start with this side, starting from the top, and we're going to use our branches again as basically as the ties. And all I do is find the middle, kind of do this to it, fold it in half, and then just scrunch that up so that you got kind of like that. All right, and then get in here and tie these in. And let me show you how I tied these in. And then you just kind of find a branch, tie it in, and then make an X with it. Form an X with it. Okay. Same thing over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do this one about down this far. Now we're going to alternate. So let me get these set. So we're going to alternate these ribbons. I'm sorry it's hard to see, but this table's not very wide. But all I'm doing is, again, I'm taking my ribbon tails. I am going to just fold it in half, and then find that half, and then just walk my fingers through it again to kind of like scrunch it through the middle. And I'm going to just form these in here. And then forming an X with them. And alternating them. I live back in Pennsylvania. Well, I shouldn't say I live back in Pennsylvania, because this is where our new home is going to be. So, but it's very cold there today, they're saying. My daughter woke up and says it's only 45. Crazy. Crazy for September. We actually have one more camping trip planned for the end of October. Well, the middle of October, October 15th. So we still have one more camping trip planned. I sure hope it's not going to be 40 degrees. Okay, so let me show you. How this helped kind of with the sides a little. See how it kind of made the sides a little better? Give it a little bit of color out to the side. Now let's do the same thing over here. Back is already starting to feel the lowness on this table. Dovetail this a little bit smaller. Okay. Two more to go. My puppy's not happy being inside and I'm outside. My dog is very needy. Anybody else have an animal that's like super needy? If I am in the bathroom and I shut the door, my dog is waiting outside the bathroom door. He's very needy. If I walk from one room to the other and I'm in there more than 10 seconds, guaranteed my dog's going to be out back there looking for me, thinking I might have disappeared. He's very needy. Alright, let's get these bows fixed. Okay, so here we bulked it out a little bit on the sides now, okay? Okay, so I have a few things here. I wasn't sure what I wanted to use. All right, I do like these. I bought these at Michael's because I have candy corn in here, so I think I'm gonna stick both of these in. Oh, my glue gun's still on. All right. forgot that I even turned it on. So I'm glad about that. So I'm going to use these because I like the candy corn ribbon in there. And these were at Michael's. And you know, these are still on sale at Michael's. If you can find them. They were still at 50% off when I was there the other day. And I still think fall might still be 50% off. I could be wrong. So let's cut these down just a little bit. Let me see, I think I want to tuck one down here, and I think I want to tuck one up in there. I only have two, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm just going to put a bunch of hot glue on there. And I really want to kind of wiggle that in so that it touches the greenery or the ribbon, because that kind of holds it a little bit better than the deco mesh itself does. All right, so get it in there and wiggle it a little bit. All right, see it, make sure it touches all those surfaces so that it grabs onto something. All right, just hot gluing this stem over here. And I see a piece of pine right there, so that's awesome. And see how I get it in there? I kind of always wiggle my items so that they kind of are, they're touching as many surfaces as possible. All right. Now let me go in. I got this glue gun, and let me tell you, this bad boy's hot. And I love it because it's cordless. I'm literally going to go in and try to get this to really glue in here. So be careful if you got that Ryobi. I got that at Home Depot. If you're looking for a good cordless gun, it is the Ryobi. I recommend that you buy yourself an extra battery pack, or you buy the combo with the extra battery pack, because let me tell you, they last, but when that battery dies, it's got to go on a charger. You always want a second backup, okay? And I assure you, you do. All right, so I found this. This was from Deco Exchange, okay? And I am just going to make 2 out of this one. Back on itself. And a lot of times I always suggest to you guys that you don't commit yourself to something until you see if you really like where it's at. So what I do is I just take it and I place it in without gluing it, okay? There's a lot on this one. So, let me see here. So I'm not going to commit myself to anything until I decide, do I like that there? Do I like it down here? Which I think I'm going to go with it down here at the bottom. There's not a lot of bottom down here happening underneath the bow. And I might do that. Or maybe I'll do it up here. Don't be afraid to lift things up, tuck it. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do it up there. I'm going to do it up there. Because that's really nice up there. You know what? Is there a third strand here? Maybe this is why this is so... Oh, I got 3 strands here. That's why that was so thick. Yay! Okay. But I think I'm going to leave that in there because I like it up here. Let me get more glue stick in here. Really want to get that glued in. Get this one over here, and I'm going to tuck this one in. Find a spot that will let me tuck it. All right. Oh, I think Amazon's here. We order so much stuff here. This Amazon guy's probably like, what's this woman doing? Sometimes after I set it into a place, I really don't kind of want to remove it. That's when having a glue gun handy is awesome, because then you don't. But like if you had a skillet, you would have to dip it and put it back in. Hello, let me grab my Amazon. Thank you. Have a good day. Had to get my Amazon package. And it's funny because I've not had the same driver down here or delivery person, so I don't know. Back home we usually have the same person that delivers to like areas. I guess they're like postal, they must like have their own areas. Down here I've had somebody different all the time. Give that a good wiggle. Give this a good wiggle. This. That should already. Alrighty. We're still growing. What do you think, guys? From that skinny little see-through swag that we started out with, it's growing. Also have this. Look how fun. Orange glitter sticks. So let me pull this apart. Let me cut this one. We got 3 of them here. And this was from Deco Exchange as well. And when you get your things, make sure you always fan out your items. All right. I am going to find somewhere in here, and we're going to put these in down at the bottom. Oh, look, I'm sketchy on my... I don't know what's up with the internet. They are working up here. I hear them, so I don't know. They're putting, they were still finishing up that water line. So maybe they're hitting some stuff up there. Some underground cables. I don't know. Let me cut this one down a little. Again, I'm not committing myself as to what I'm doing, okay? I am just trying it out first. And I think I kind of want this one a little bit up on the top. So, let me fan this out a little. I am going to glue this right under this ribbon. Get some glue in here. Some glue over here. And as you see, I try to, when you're putting in your other pieces, your floral pieces or your pretty glittery pieces, whatever it is, make sure that you're trying to get it into the greenery, because I'll be honest with you, you could put a lot of glue on Deco Mesh, but it got a lot of holes. So it doesn't stick as well, it doesn't adhere as well as it would as if you were getting it closer to into the greens or whatever it is that, you know, like the green part of it, the branches. Then it adheres a lot better. So always try to do that over anything. All right, and this, sorry guys, this was the 60919, the orange. This is on Deco Exchange. I love this bunch. It comes with 3 sections. It's a great filler. And when you get them, you absolutely need to fan all of this out. Okay? Fan it all out. I like to take these little curly cues and I like to curl them up. Fan them out. But really get them moving. See, like, doesn't that look strange? If you were to look at that, you'd be like, that's weird. But it's really not once you put it into your item. All right, so let me work over here first. Let me get something in over here. Let me find a spot I can kind of just shove this into. I'm just going to shove this in alongside the sign so that we have some coming out that side. See how I just stuck it in along the side? I just want to get this side so that it's not kind of like sucked in. I want to kind of get it bulky too. So I want to fill that in. Find a spot. Let's stick this in. Now that it's in there, let me get a good wiggle on it. Try to get it to get all the sides. All right. And I'm going to use 2 full branches of this. So now that I got this over here done, I am also going to shove it in up here. Don't be afraid to get that glue in there, because you do not want your pieces to come out. Nothing worse than you ship something and they get it and the pieces are falling out. My glue gun's still on. This glue gun says that it will, oh, got some glue right here. And that's what happens sometimes, it goes through. Okay. All right, let's try to avoid that. All right, let's get another one open. getting hot out. It's got to be in the 90s. Like 2 days ago, it was like 95 with a real feel of like 102. Yep. So I got that there. Let's get this tucked in here. Down in here. Okay. All right. Try to get some of these strings off as I notice them. Okay. All right, so we got that side. Look where we're at, guys. From that scrawny little, let me get this off here. I just want to make sure it's not drying onto my other. All right, so I'm going to stand it up. I'm going to take a look at it. I think I would like to get an orange up here as well, and then I think I'm going to probably put an orange piece down below of my filler. My husband's leaving to go golfing. One of the perks here in Florida. There's golf courses everywhere. I don't personally golf. I tried it, but I hit the ball more like a hockey. It's not pretty at all. I just got a filler for up at the top, so that brings some of that orange that's here up here, so to make it balanced so that your eye sees it well. You don't just want to put things other than like some of those are okay, but you want your eye to be able to make it all one piece, not, oh, there's some black and white here, there's some orange down there. You kind of want it all to flow together. So make sure that you remember that. Even though I have the black and white beads up here and the orange down here, I'm still going to bring that all together with the oranges here. I've got some black ribbon down here. Just wanted to cut that off. And I'm going to twist up some of these here to curly cue them. Oh yeah, they're up there working. I can hear them, so maybe that's the internet problems today. And remember where I tucked that tail back up? That actually now has given me a spot to put and secure this piece in, because I'm literally now securing it right into the greenery, which that's where I try to aim for. Okay, let's fluff everything back up. Make sure our bows are nice and fluffed. Our ribbon tails look good. And we're done, guys. I know this was a long one. This took a minute, but it turned out beautiful. Even though it's a Halloween Inspired. And now's the time when you go and you can fluff up your greenery, pull it up and around, because you kind of get it messed up a little when you're trying to really get it stuck into your piece. And make sure when you photograph, you have your ribbon and your bow fluffed up nicely. A pretty bow does a lot for something. A pretty bow, if there's going to be anywhere that I would say you really need to hone your skills into, you really need to perfect your skills, a bow is probably the most important of making, of getting better at, okay? You don't have to be the best, you just got to be better. Because think of it this way, you can have plain brown wrapping paper, just brown craft paper, use it as a wrapping paper. Put a pretty bow on it, it changes everything. Literally. Okay. Done, done, done. I will get a picture of it hung up. What do you think? From that scrawny little swag that we had to this beautiful Halloween finished swag. Trick or treat. All right, y'all. I know that took a long time to complete. I lost some viewers along the way, but that happens. I am gonna go get a photograph of this. I'm gonna clean up my outside table. And I'll get a really good photograph for this. And if you need to, you can go through and watch the replays. I think there's 2 or 3 now, 2 maybe, I don't know. So that's what I'm gonna do. Thank you for hanging out with me, and you have a blessed day.